Any worker in Jamaica, public sector or private sector, security guard, police officer, anybody who earns overtime, if your total income is under $6 million a year, you will no longer pay tax on your overtime money. You will get it tax-free. Your take-home pay will go up. The People's National Party is looking out for you because time come for a better life.
I want for you, comrades, as far as you are, the acres of comrades, as far as you are, I want for you to make welcome to the microphone the incoming Prime Minister of Jamaica, the integrity boss, the legislative champion, the social justice champion, Mark Jefferson Golden.
Pull up selector. Comrade chairpersons of the meeting. All of the distinguished comrades on the platform. Special shout out to Mrs. Golden. Yeah, man. Boy, this must be the biggest crowd in history ever come to a parish meeting. Crossroads jam up and block up. Crowd gone way down, so way below Carib. Way up, so. Way round, so. PNP River really come down bank to bank. I want to thank everybody who has come here tonight to show their support for their party and to show their love for their country, because time come for a better life and we have to make it happen, and it starts with you, and I know you're going to make it happen. I'm a member of Parliament for the great constituency of South St. Anju. Our constituency starts right there and go round. I want to pick up all of the comrades of South St. Andrew here tonight. All Arnett Garden massive, all Trenchtown massive, all Jonestown massive, Side Torrington Park, all round, Rima, everywhere. And I want to big up my two counts of them, Sarah and Louise, two mighty comrades. Comrades and friends, I want to big up all of the people who are watching us tonight on the internet or in whichever way this mighty conference is being distributed. Comrades, to all undecided voters, you have an important choice to make. I hear the Prime Minister talk about he would love to make Jamaica into Singapore. When I heard that, I had to laugh inside my stomach and say, hey, imagine him talking about Singapore. Singapore's success was built on honesty and integrity in government and a very robust policy that fought against corruption. Jamaica cannot be or become Singapore when we wallow in the sinking sands of corruption under this government which he leads. That is why we are committed to the necessary reforms to improve accountability and transparency in this country. We are going to introduce the impeachment procedure because it sick my stomach when I saw the video of a member of parliament with a big stool in a car park beating up a woman bad, and nothing never come out of it. And that same person is running again for the Jamaica Labour Party in the biggest disrespect to women in the history of the country. That is why we're going to modify the glad clause in the Integrity Commission Act. Because we have a situation right now where them say, I think it's 10 MPs are under investigation for illicit enrichment. And we only know of one of them, who is the Prime Minister, because that report came to Parliament a year ago. So right now, chances are that at least another 9 of them are running in this current election, and the voters don't know that who they're being asked to vote for is under investigation for illicit enrichment. And I have to ask Damien, what can go so? Yes, that is why we're going to look at term limits for prime ministers, and we're going to look at fixed election dates, because if the people of Jamaica say they want those reforms, we will give those reforms to them. And comrades, the next government of the People's National Party is going to look to transform the lives of our people. Our manifesto has been published. They call a meeting even though they don't publish any manifesto to try and disrespect our manifesto. All talking about is artificial intelligence write that manifesto. Well, I can tell you how that manifesto was written. We had a series of retreats of the shadow cabinet, and all of our spokespersons had to present what they would like to see as the policies of the party in government. And we looked at all of what they brought forth, and those that made sense and were achievable, we have included them in our manifesto. The speeches that I have made and that Julian Robinson have made in the budget debates, those ideas have been distilled and put in our manifesto. And I personally edited the manifesto a week ago to make sure that everything in it was something I felt comfortable with. So there's no artificial intelligence in that manifesto. It's real intelligence in the manifesto, and it's a pathway to give a better life to Jamaica. And that is why, in the words of that great song, My Leader Barnia, where the man say, we're going to juke them with free education, and we're going to juke them with a micro dam. Well, in 2025, we're going to juke them with the first in family scholarship. So any child who is the first in their family to qualify for school or university under the People's National Party government, they will get a full scholarship so they can help their brothers and sisters step out of poverty, and we can end intergenerational poverty in this country. We're doing it because the people of Jamaica need a better life. That is why we're going to build 50,000 affordable houses in our first term. We're going to have them all across Jamaica, and we're going to build them on public lands not suitable for agriculture, and we're not going to include the value of the land in the price of the house, because we want the people of Jamaica who need affordable houses to be able to access it, and they're going to get real value for money because the land will be theirs and they don't have to pay a price for that. That's where we're going to reform the National Housing Trust and restore it to its true mission, the original purpose for which it was formed under Michael Joshua Manley, to provide homes to the people of Jamaica who need that help. That's why young people who would love to have their own home and step up onto ownership and can't afford the deposit, we're going to set aside a fund of $1 billion per year in the National Housing Trust and provide a grant, money that they don't have to repay. Anyone under up to 45 years old who has been a subscriber to the National Housing Trust for up to 2 years can qualify when they're buying their first house for that grant under the Young Person Deposit Fund. Time come for a better life. And that is why we have the rent to own program, because we realize right now too many of our people are excluded from accessing a mortgage loan to buy a house because they can't prove their income because they don't have a formal pay slip. They might be a farmer, they might be a taxi operator, they might be a cook shack operator, they might be a cosmetologist or a barber or a hairdresser. Our rent-to-own program is for you. You will be able to go into possession of one of those houses we're going to build, and you can go in as a tenant, and as long as you're paying your rent and the rent is equivalent to the mortgage, after 6 months, if you're on target, we will say you have proved your income, you're entitled to the mortgage loan, you can draw down the financing and step up from being a tenant to being an owner with your owner door key, because the time come for a better life. This is why when it comes to land ownership, we have to change some of the oppressive laws that are inherited from way back in colonial times. When they said if you're occupying public land, you can't become entitled to own that land unless 60 years has passed. That was a time when the life expectancy of people on earth was not even 60 years. They never wanted anybody who didn't already own land to ever acquire land. Well, we are going to change that law now. We're going to bring that 60 years down to 25 years. And if you've been living on that land for 25 years, you're entitled to be a owner and get your title. And the People's National Party is going to help you to do so. Time come for a better life. And we have our Porsche program for all of the unfinished Operation Pride schemes around Jamaica. We're going to complete the infrastructure and make sure you get your title. And for all of the informal settlements out there, we're going to do the same for you too under the Porsche program, because we want our people to be owners of this country. No second-class citizen. No, we believe time come for a better life. And when it comes to the workers of this country, I don't care if them feel it's a disrespect to say I am like a security guard. Me not better than no security guard. Me not better than nobody. I just come here to serve my people. Born here, grow here, live here, me nah live here. That's right. And that is why any worker in Jamaica, public sector or private sector, security guard, police officer, anybody who earns overtime, if your total income is under $6 million a year, you will no longer pay tax on your overtime money. You will get it tax-free. Your take-home pay will go up. The People's National Party is looking out for you, because time come for a better life. And for all those workers in the various industries where they use this short-term contract mechanism to keep you dangling from a string, and you don't have any security in your job, and certain benefits you don't qualify for because they don't treat you as employees. Help is on the way. The next PNP government is going to fix that situation. If you're a real worker and you're working for the employer, you will have to be treated as such under the law. Time come for a better life. And comrades, for the persons with disabilities, you have a special place in my heart. My father came to Jamaica in 1953 as Jamaica's first bone specialist. first orthopedic surgeon. There was a Kendall crash, the wickedest train crash in Jamaica, not long after he came here. He was in charge of the rescue mission for that. There was a polio epidemic. He knew about polio. He had learned about polio in Egypt before he came to Jamaica. And the government of the day put him in charge of the response to the polio epidemic. And he started the polio center, which became the Mona Rehab Center after them conquer polio. And it's the only center of its kind in Jamaica and in the English-speaking Caribbean. And when he passed away in 1996, bless up PJ Patterson, because he named that center after my father. It's now the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center, and it's looking after persons with disabilities. And that is why we're going to have a $1 billion fund replenished every year to support persons with disabilities on top of any other benefits in the government system, so that they can get money to do a little work at home, so they can earn a living. We'll fix up the sidewalks, we'll help with the assistive aids, we'll help with the prostheses, etc. Because the people of Jamaica who are persons with disabilities deserve to be treated as first-class citizens in an inclusive and caring society. Time come for a better life. And for the young people of Jamaica who have brilliant ideas and would like to be entrepreneurs but need a bus and can't get a start, we're going to have the Young Innovation Fund for you. $1 billion so you can get our money, whether you're going into tech or whether you're going into the creative industries or whatever it may be. We're going to help to put you on the road to success, because we see every young person has the potential, and we want your help build Brand Jamaica. And we're going to do it in the creative industries as well, with a specific fund for them, because we know our people are so talented. I have the honor of being the representative for South St. Anju, Trenchtown, where the whalers were formed. Alton Ellis came from there, the Melodians and so many other artists. I know the value of our music to our culture and to Brand Jamaica. That is why we're going to establish the $1 billion fund for the creative industries, to help people who have those talents to get a bus and help to build Brand Jamaica while they build their own security in their lives. So people, we have many good policies and programs designed to transform this country. For the old people, the pensioners, those who are struggling now, we have plans for you too. We want to ensure that we put a floor under the amount of the pension, so it's no lower than the minimum wage. And we're going to take taxes off of our pension income as well, because we want to give our old people a better retirement for themselves, so they can live in dignity and enjoy their older years. We are at a turning point, Jamaica. We are at a time when you can either choose the party that has a progressive manifesto of ideas that are tackling the real challenges facing our people, to make our people more resilient, to give our people hope, to improve productivity so we can attract real investment, so that we can generate the wealth that this country deserves to have and take our island to a higher level. A government that will be built on principles of accountability and integrity in public life. A government that you can have trust and confidence in. And a government that deserves the opportunity to prove what it can do for you and for all of Jamaica. Or you can stay where we are, wallowing in the quicksands of corruption, with a stagnant economy. A stagnant economy run by persons who don't know how to do anything different to what they're doing now, which is not working for Jamaica. The choice is clear, and I say to each and every one tonight, put your X beside the head on September the 3rd, and let the People's National Party run the next race, the next leg of this journey of national development. We have done it before, we will do it again, and I look forward to the opportunity to serve you at that level. So comrades and friends, I ask you tonight, are you ready for the victory? Are you ready for the People's National Party? Are you ready for a better life? Comrades, you are ready. X beside the head. No distractions, no intimidation, no bribery, no hanky-panky. We're going to do it with clean hands and a pure heart. We're going to do it for you. Do it for your family. Do it for your children. Do it for your grandchildren. And do it for Jamaica, land we love. One love, comrades. God bless you all. The word is love.
Our next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golden.
Comrades! Hold on, comrades, before we go, I want to say big up to the outgoing Member of Parliament for Central St. Mary, Dr. Morris Guy. We thank you for your service. Thank you for your dedication and commitment, Dr. Guy. We love you. The word is love.
I want to thank Kingston and St. Anju for turning up, for showing up for the People's National Party.
And comrades, we also want to shout out to Comrade Loxley Francis, one of our parliamentary candidates here, and to the comrades in the diaspora. Big up yourselves. Thank you for tuning in, and to those online.
And comrades, be safe on the road. We need you for September 3rd and beyond. PMP, time come. Jamaica, arise.
The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all, so awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight? All is over.